So here we are now.
So
after 3, 4, 5 hours.
Yeah, at least 3 hours of trying to make this whole thing work. I updated my computer foolishly about a month ago. Not even that much, more like 2-3 weeks, about 2 weeks ago. And a whole bunch of stuff just stopped working. But among the many things that stopped working, I never noticed that all of my capture equipment and software stopped working. So didn't have to worry about fixing that until Joey got here and we figured out that it wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. So if during the course of this video or any other video during this recording session you notice anything weird or there are like what appear to be lag spikes in the footage, it's probably because something is wrong on our end, not on your end. Then again, if everything looks just fine, then that means everything is working properly.
Hopefully that'll be the case.
I would let it be great if that was the case. We'll find out though.
Okay, are we good to go now?
I think we
Can
are.
I talk to the man?
Yeah, you're good. We're also using a new microphone. New to this series, though not new to me. I haven't been able to use it for a while because of more computer shenanigans that aren't important. So if this sounds different, that's why. Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? I don't know. We've never used this before, so it probably sounds worse. I probably didn't set it up right. Oh well. Let's go. We're good to go. Everything sounded fine when I tested it a few minutes ago. We'll see. Hopefully.
Only time will tell at this point.
Hopefully it'll work.
We've wasted plenty of time.
You can release me. You have your trinket. I'm of no further value to you.
This is no trinket, Missy. This is cursed Aztec gold. One of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself.
I hardly believe in ghost stories anymore, Captain Barbosa.
That's exactly what I thought. Buried on an island of dead, what cannot be found except for those who know where it is. Find it we did. There be the chest. Inside be the gold. And we took 'em all. We spent 'em and traded.
So when I was watching this game, when I was playing this last summer, when I was taking all my notes for this playthrough, I was on this scene and I was thinking to myself, this room is loaded separately from the rest of the ship. Because, like, you know, they're not going to render the interior and the exterior at the same time with this game. But if you remember from the movie, this scene ends with Elizabeth running out the door and onto the deck, right?
Yeah.
So I was watching the scene and going, how, like, just because I guess I hadn't never thought about it or considered it before, I was wondering, how will this cut work exactly?
We can end our curse. All the scattered pieces of the Aztec gold must be gathered and restored to the stone chest. And the blood of every soul who touched a piece of the treasure must be repaid. Miss Turner, for 10 years we've searched every league of these.
You know, honestly, 10 years isn't that bad, considering.
Well, 10 years without being able to eat anything or drink anything.
But what I'm saying is, it would probably take longer than 10
Oh, to
years.
get all the money. Yes, absolutely, I agree. Not the pieces.
All those years, you've been safe in your bed, reading your pirate stories, dreaming of adventures in the high seas. We've endured torments worse than death itself. But now, thanks to ye, we have the final piece at last. When this medallion is restored to the chest, we'll be free to roam the seas as men. No longer will we be ghosts.
And the blood that's to be repaid?
That's why there's no sense to be killing you. Yet.
Yes, I was so hoping you would do it. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, so listen. I have never seen that in any YouTube uploads of this ever before. But when I was playing it during the summer and that happened, I was like, is it because remember how like we've had other loading issues that I said I've never seen before? I think it might be because I have an old fat, almost dead PlayStation 3. I don't know if it's because of that. I don't know if it's because of something wrong with my disc. But when that happened, I was like, no, why wasn't I filming that? I will never get that to happen again. Oh, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, I was expecting like them to do some neat trick or something, not
Yeah, no,
Not that.
so in all of the YouTube uploads, because I was like, is this how, I've never seen anybody talk about this before. Was that a glitch that only I have experienced? And I looked it up and all of the other ones are just like, as soon as the doors part, it cuts to the exterior shot, right? And in mine, it sat on that just for like a couple of extra frames.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so happy. There's literally been almost, like, there's been like, at this point, like 8 months of internal anticipation, hoping that would happen again. Oh, I'm so glad. Ah, that's a huge weight off my shoulders. If you want to catch the Black Pearl, right? If so, stop moseying around and let's go," said Cloud Strife. No, hit O.
What?
Hit O. We don't want to use this menu.
Okay.
Go chat everybody up first.
Okay, by the way, I just want to state that really the pirates, like, yeah, they're bad guys, but they're not doing anything, like, evil.
Well, they're killing people and pillaging along the way
Yeah,
to
they're not
accomplish
doing,
their goals.
Yeah, but this movie's about pirates.
Yeah.
They're just pirates.
Well,
they're
it's,
not, like,
it's,
evil
you know,
pirates.
it's the romanticism of pirates and whatnot, you know? No, like, that's one thing that I like about the Black Pearl is that the villains are sympathetic.
Well, yeah. Because the thing is, he's like, oh, we're going to spill your blood, but if you've seen the movie, like, you don't got to kill somebody. You just got to get a little bit of blood.
But they
there.
kill a lot of other people.
Yeah, but every pirate did.
If you get tired, you can rest in the cargo hold below. Even if enemies attack, you should be safe there. Ho ho. That's more of a Mickey Mouse thing. Whatever. I fought with Jack once. Afterwards, he was sent to jail. He didn't stay in there long, though. He's a pirate to the core. All right, so you can also
we actually go to the hold?
Of the ship?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. This must be used for fighting against pirates.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed.
Not anybody else. The British
there it
Navy never had cause to fight anybody else on the high seas other than pirates.
Of course not.
Though to be fair, I guess the rise of pirating happened because so many treaties were signed as the because as people were, as settlements are really bulking up in the Caribbean. The Spaniards and the
just
Brits.
select this?
Yeah, just select that and you'll dump all your synth material on him and hopefully he'll give you something. We can make more synth items through free development gained from completing the collection. Fantastic.
Cool, I guess.
If you want to peruse what's in here and see if there's anything worth making, we don't have a lot of recipes yet, but yeah, we can make some equipment, possibly make some accessories. So free development, I don't know exactly. It just kind of develops as the game goes on and they add items into it, if I recall correctly. Again, it's been a little while. It's been a hot minute.
Is there any way to tell what any of these things actually do? Or do you
No.
just have to know?
But generally speaking, number one, generally speaking, most things that you can make in here are okay. Number two, we're going to have to make every single one of them anyway for a 100% completion run.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, but the one thing you have to keep in mind is that a lot of these resources cross over between things, and stuff like crafting elixirs is super valuable. So like if you look at recipes and go to elixirs there, we don't have any power stones because they haven't released any of those since the Dreamcast. But but we really don't have that many mithril stones either, and we need 3 just to make 1 elixir. So you always have to keep in mind your inventory when you're making stuff. But yeah, so like as you can see there, as you collect different types of materials, they add in.
Okay.
They either give you things or they add in items in the shop.
Cool stuff. I don't guess there's anything we need to do at the moment, is there?
Nah, not really. We could make some of those armor items, but really we don't need them. We're fine. What was I talking about before that, though?
That's a good question. We were talking about boats.
Oh, I was saying that, like, one of the whole reasons that there was such a rise of pirating in the, quote, golden age of pirates was because a bunch of privateers, mercenaries who have been hired to fight either for the Spaniards or for the British Empire, suddenly were unemployed.
Yeah.
But they were really good at shooting people and stealing and raiding ships. So they just found a new job. Anyway, so yeah, now you select locations to sail to. At the moment, the only locations are Black Pearl and Port Royal.
Well, I guess we're going to the Black Pearl then.
That we are. For all of your pirating needs.
Imagine just selecting going back to the port, like after you've already been out to the
Uh-oh.
sea. Oh.
You're being attacked.
All right.
While I was trying to fix all these technical difficulties, you've been playing the game to try and get yourself reacclimated to the controls. So hopefully
it goes a little bit better.
So you you can see the really harsh shadows coming in next to you. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like right there underneath the mast. Whenever the shadow for the pirates appears, it's pretty obvious that it's in shadow or in moonlight.
Okay.
And you'll be able to tell anyway because the pirates will or won't be vulnerable when they're in moonlight or out of moonlight.
Fair enough.
Why are you so fixated on that compass? It'll be she that leads me to Isla de Muerta, where Barbosa's headed. Savvy? How do you know? Ah, lad. He and I once had our eyes on a treasure, Aztec gold. 'Twas hidden on the Isla de Muerta. But he turned traitor and stole my ship. So he's after that treasure then. Treasure's already his. So's the curse upon it. I've no desire for such treacherous spoils. But I will have back what's mine. The Black Pearl. I feel like I could be doing a better Sparrow voice, but that's fine. I need to get some more practice. I'll do some practice doing my Johnny Depp Sparrow, and we'll and hopefully next time around
Just
I'll be
become
able to get
one
a
of the
better
10,000
performance.
impersonators of him that you see like at every kind of event.
Yeah. It's fine. I imagine he's a very fun character to get dressed up as and play. Like I'm not
sure.
I'm not into the cosplay scene or anything like that, but you know, if there were like in terms of characters that would be fun to just walk around as, he's got that air, that movement to him, you know. Where it's really it's effortless to roleplay as Captain Jack. Hey, what about us? You're to guard the ship, of course. It is a task given only to the bravest pirates. All right, guard her well. Shall we?
Well, we're actually doing it.
I think he was just trying to fast talk us. And you fell for it. What's keeping those two? Well, they sure are taking their time. If Pete's hanging around, there must be Heartless here too. And Jack and Will aren't used to fighting Heartless. Let's go see. They come back and the boat's on fire.
The boat's just completely gone.
Yeah. We should be all good. We mess with items and abilities and stuff beforehand, right?
I think so.
Yeah, we're solid.
I don't think we changed anything, so it should just be.
I wasn't watching the
default,
whole
right?
time. I was mostly staring at a
just-
computer screen.
I just fought stuff.
Okay. I just figured if there's anything needed to get changed, you would. I should mention because oh wait, hold on. I guess there's a cutscene. I'll talk about it in a minute. You'll notice there are only 3 types of pirates other than Barbosa.
Yeah.
None of the extended cast is in here, and all the extras are just those 3 types.
Save for this. And now, the blood will be repaid to free us from this curse forever.
Alrighty, the thing I was going to comment on was the fact that, so I picked up the controller from you a couple of times and played during this playthrough so far, and I've consistently not done super well. Like, I've gotten my butt kicked on
Okay,
fight.
no, in fairness, consistently we haven't done very well.
Okay, sure. But here's my point, is that, like, I have beaten this game multiple times, including the final mix version. I've beaten at least once, because I did the whole, like, preparatory thing for this, right?
Yeah.
So I was asking myself, what happened? Am I just bad now? Did I forget how to play video games? So I decided a while ago, like, because I still haven't beaten all the secret bosses in this game, which is part of why my notes for this playthrough aren't complete.
These
But like,
guys do an absurd amount of damage, don't they?
yeah, they do a lot of damage. Though you have more health than you used to.
Not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, so like
oh,
you can
geez,
see,
Goofy.
so you can see that you fought those guys when you were in at that Timeless River.
Yeah.
And so they have a different color palette now because they're no longer black and white. But you met them for the first time there. But anyway, what I was gonna say was that I went and fought some of the secret bosses in this game after having not touched the game in like a month or two probably since we'd last filmed, and certainly not high level. And I was like, I'm gonna fight these secret bosses that I never really beat
I don't want
before.
him to die immediately.
See what happens. I jumped in and beat secret bosses that had given me way more trouble previously, like almost immediately. Like there's a boss that I jumped into and basically winging it beat on my second fight. Had to use some more specific tactics and some speedrunning silliness on some other ones, but the point is either way, I discovered that I am really bad at Kingdom Hearts 2, or rather low-level Kingdom Hearts 2, because like in my head I have this completely different move set, and physics and all this other stuff, because late game Sora plays almost like a different character from early game Sora. So that's my excuse, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Okay. So if I just bring him back over here.
Yeah, this is the largest Moonlight patch you got here. So you see, it's really obvious when they switch over. I think that return fire reaction command, if you hit it more than, like, most of those are a combo opportunity. You gotta hit it again. There you go.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure all of the reaction commands involving these guys involve at least 2 actual inputs. Don't quote me on that, but. And remember, when you have your magic back, you didn't have a second go before, but if you want to use magic on these guys, Blizzard is probably the best option because it just locks them in place, yeah. Now, if you're being in that direction, you're gonna knock him back out into.
Ooh.
You see how like he was still frozen there?
Yeah.
But he was in human form, so you wouldn't have been able to hit him anymore. So if you freeze him, you want to make sure you're hitting him towards an area where they're gonna stay vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you see like it's pretty obvious because you just literally can't even hit him anymore.
Right. Wow, there's a lot of them coming.
It's a neat gameplay gimmick.
It's time.
Yeah, yeah, it was just survive. Remember, this game is for children. We were holding them off until we were ready to sail.
Gotcha.
I know I talked over that cutscene. I was very busy talking about myself and my own gameplay skill, but I just
you were too busy talking about how good you are when the camera's not rolling.
Yeah. No, it's not. I'm not even trying to like be self-congratulatory or whatever. I was like, am I just bad at this game now? And then I went back and suddenly I was doing way better than I expected to. So it was like, okay, I guess I am. Maybe I am okay at this game. Not a speedrunner, but I'm all right. Where's Jack? Well, I hit him in the head with an oar and left him there to die.
And now, the blood will be repaid to free us from this curse forever.
No, not yet. We wait for the opportune moment.
When it's of greatest profit to you?
May I ask you something? Have I ever given you reason not to trust me? Stay here and try not to do anything stupid.
He just spawned out like a Keyblade. That's his Keyblade.
Can we get that as a Keyblade? Is that what the Pirates one's gonna be?
I wish. That's a mod. Hey, modders, because there's a big scene for the PS2 modding on these games. Find that ore model, map it over the Kingdom Key. Get to work on that for me.
By blood, undone.
Earn that E10 up rating, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, looks like ketchup.
On a pizza.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
No, ketchup on pizzas. That was a whole discussion we
I know.
had.
So I'm hungry. It's bringing back memories of when I was hungry and didn't have pizza because there was ketchup in it.
You can't eat that filth.
You, maid, was your father William Turner?
No.
I don't understand.
What's going on?
Who brought this wench to us?
She said her name was Turner. Come on.
It's just, how did that happen? wait, hold on a second. I think that might have been different from how it played out in the film. it just popped out.
Okay, my favorite part of this moment is you're literally just, like, these guys are immortal and coming after you. You could have just robbed them of their immortality and been able to fight them. Why?
Well, he doesn't know that how the curse works.
Oh, okay. Well, she does. Why did she?
Well, but it's also like it's Will's blood. Remember, like he'd have to cut himself and put it in the thing.
The medallion is still
like,
there, though. Why take the medallion?
In the scene in the movie, there are like 40 guys in there.
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of people to fight at once.
No, I'm not saying that in general, but the thing is they're running. Why not just leave the medallion?
Okay, good point, I guess. But then they could easily just take one back out and get their cheat codes back on. That's basically what they do in the movie.
I guess so.
There's a whole point. That's the whole point of like the ending sequence where they could get their immortality back right now, but Jack is like, listen, let's not do it right now because there's a whole ship of Navy people outside who are waiting to blow you away with cannon fire. So let's go kill all of them first, and then you can get your mortality back. That's the whole finale of the movie. It's been a while since you've seen it, probably.
It has been quite a time, and I haven't seen the 7 other sequels of it. I've seen the first 2.
You should. I think I mentioned it last time, but there's that fantastic review Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Accidentally Genius that I highly recommend anybody and everybody watch. It's
Yeah.
really good stuff.
Send me a link later and I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's also serves as a really good recap of the movie for anybody
Oh,
who hasn't
hi.
seen it for a while. Oh, hi, Mark. When I was little, the ship I was on discovered a will drifting in the ocean. After we picked him up, I found he was carrying... never mind. Why aren't you telling us?
Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna report you. We're not gonna turn him in for being a pirate. That's never mind. Forget it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
We're just
matter.
gonna save.
Let's go
Are we
right
gonna
ahead.
save here?
Sure. No, you know what? Let's rotate just because what if all of this stuff that we've, like, all these technical difficulties we've been complaining about, what if it actually just blows up in 10 minutes?
Yeah, you're right.
There's
plenty of saves. There's like
if ever there was a
99?
time, if ever there was a time to rotate, now's a good time to rotate. There's 99 save files.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we're good.
That's what I like.
Yeah, just go chat everybody up, and then we're gonna head back to Port Royal when you talk to Will, but talk to Goofy and Donald and see what they have to say about the situation.
What's up, Donald?
He's on the upper deck. I don't trust pirates either, but I hope Jack's all right. First, we have to get Elizabeth back though, so let's return to Port Royal. It's highlighted in red so you'll understand the current objective. Well, I'm sure Jack will be all right. He seems to be the kind of guy who can get out of any situation.
All right, we ready to go, Will?
We should get back to Port Royal. Yeah, we should be good to go.
And it even tells us next right there.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Dumb kid. I don't know how video games work. Oh no! Oh jeez, in the shadow already. Ooh. Excuse me, what's that explosion? Okay, I need to get out of this spot. There we go.
Yeah, make sure you're under the moonlight. And that's easier said than done. Trust me. These
no.
guys, they move around. Since you hit them and throw that, like you just threw him into a safe zone. You know.
Yeah.
It's a
okay,
it's
this
a dance
guy's-
you have to dance.
Okay.
Honestly, I really like this gimmick though. It's
not a bad gimmick at all.
for
I
a
just
game
knocked him
for a
into the
game in sore need of variety and difficulty
Oh, yeah.
in terms of its
I just
actual
tried to use
combat.
magic. That doesn't work.
No, you don't have any
Woo!
magic.
What was that?
You got hit with a bomb. He threw a bomb at you.
Why? It's not
Because
nice.
he throws bombs at people.
There's gunpowder on this ship, though. What if he blew himself up?
He's fine.
Well, he's fine. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. He would be fine, wouldn't he?
That well in the never mind. I was gonna talk about something from the movie. There's no point.
Alrighty.
Is it true? You gave Barbosa my name instead of yours. Why choose my name?
I don't know.
Elizabeth, where did you get that?
It's yours. From that day we found you, drifting at sea.
This really matters if you haven't seen the movie, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was also just going to comment that I actually really. I don't know, I just like the scene in general because the execution on here for the facial animation, for the voice acting, the cinematography, it's not like especially the cinematography aspect is not great because most of the cutscenes in this movie aren't super well shot. But like this scene is way above the standards of quality that I would have expected for a 2005-2006 official tie-in Pirates of the Caribbean game.
Fair.
My only real complaint is that it features the "Missing You" music, which was I think the last time we heard it was during the opening. It was the scene where Kyrie is on the beach,
Oh no.
and it's just like that in my head, "Missing You" is such a this is Kyrie on the island theme that when they use it for these other Disney scenes, I'm like, all I can think about is that now. But that's me. That's because I'm a weirdo. In general, I just mainly wanted to comment on how I really like the execution of this scene.
It was a gift from my father. He sent it to me.
I'm sorry.
Why did you take it?
Because
The dangling chain on it could have been
I was
animated a lot
afraid.
worse.
That looks great.
you were
Yeah.
a pirate. That would have been awful.
Of course. Don't you see? It wasn't your blood they needed. It was my father's blood. My blood. The blood of a pirate.
Like, you remember on Mulan World when we were talking about how that scene, like, just didn't
Yeah.
work? It's just a dialogue scene. They can pull this off.
Yeah.
So they can pull a scene directly from the movies, and it can work really well. Actually, the scene's it's an effective scene in the movie. It's an effective scene here.
Yeah.
Ship and marooned me on that godforsaken spit of land with naught but a pistol and a single shot. You forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
I won't be making that mistake again.
Then what say you to putting the past behind us, untying these ropes, and letting me negotiate the return of your medallion, eh? What say you to that?
Seeing as how the Black Pearl's mine now, Jack, letting you go doesn't seem to fall within my interest.
Odd. I'm not actually concerned with your interest. Give me back the pearl!
Arr. All right, lock him in the brig.
We're coming up on the interceptor. What do we do, Captain?
What do you think, you idiot?
Will, look!
I wonder what Jack would do.
I'm not sure. I suppose he'd run for it.
Sounds good to me.
Will!
That was much more expedient than it was in the film.
Yeah.
Everyone hit the deck!
We're just gonna have to fight.
Man, so you know how last time we talked about like the lighting stuff and how Sora, Dawn, and Goofy look too different from everything else on this world?
Yeah.
The other, because people are really down on this world in general and say it doesn't work, and I already talked about that last time. The other really big issue with this, I get that it needs to be nighttime on this world for the fights to work mechanically, but the fact that it is always night here all the time is really getting me down. Because like the whole sequence where the Black Pearl attacks the Interceptor,
What is that coin icon?
that means that he's carrying the medallion. You need to retrieve it quickly before he steals it. He will steal the medallion if you don't kill him and get it back.
Oh.
It's on the ground somewhere now, and everybody picked it back up.
Well, okay. I didn't know that was going to be a mechanic.
you just need to pick it up and maintain control of it, and if an enemy picks it up, you just need to get it back from them.
Okay, if I get hit, does it fall down? Is that how it works?
I think it's if they finish a combo on you or something. I don't remember. Whatever.
Alrighty.
You'll notice it when it falls out because it'll appear on the it'll appear like on
Oh,
the.
no.
Just go talk to Will and skip the cutscenes. We'll be good. But it's just like so much of this movie is swashbuckling, high seas adventure, blue skies, sunshine. It's in the Caribbean, you know, and now we're just it's all dark and gloomy all the time. Yeah, you do, unfortunately. It's good practice for the real thing.
Sure.
This is just a simulation.
I need to get this guy out of the way. He throws bombs constantly. I need Jack on my team because he can do that. Ooh. As I walk immediately into one, I'm just gonna bait him out over here.
That's fine, you can do that. There's very little shadow up on the top deck, so if you can get him up there and make him stay up there, that works.
Like this. Oh.
But yeah, I just like that's one of the biggest shortcomings of this entire setting is because it's got to be nighttime all the time for these fights to work mechanically. That just means everything is miserable and dark and gray the whole time you're here, which is really honestly antithetical to the entire look of the film. Because it's nighttime during the initial attack on the town. It's nighttime during the finale. And like there's no other main scenes in the film that take place at night. Everything else about it is bright and colorful and vivid.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
It's just kind of unfortunate. It's not game breaking, but it's like people have big complaints about this setting, and it's like, well, there's a reason why. Let's try and quantify what that is. And it's stupid lighting and more stupid lighting, just in a different way, I guess. So yeah, also watch out those white lines on the ground, that's
Oh,
where
cannon shots.
cannons from the other ship are gonna fall. Yeah, it's the same thing as the Heartless from this world. It comes down faster and has a bigger radius.
Okay, that didn't work.
Yeah, no, you were trying to go back in and get in range of that reaction command, weren't you?
Ooh. Yeah.
You dropped the medallion. That was the sound effect. It's right there.
Did I get it or did
I
he
think
get it?
he would have said he had it if he got it, so you got it. I was wondering if he got it for a second too, but you're good. Now remember, you do have potions if you want to use them. Oh, there's the medallion on the ground there.
Oh, dadgummit. Yeah, I was locked into that and I couldn't get out.
Yeah, it looks like all the timer that appeared last time only appeared when they picked it up, so it's like once they gain control of it, you have like 50 seconds to get it back, so it's really no big deal.
Okay. Oh, oh.
None of this has come out yet. As of time of this recording, we still haven't released anything yet. Which I'm honestly like, I'm more than fine with because it takes us so long to produce anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, he has the medallion.
No, that's why the timer appeared up there in the corner. No, that's kind of the whole reason why this didn't come out for so long was like I don't
Excuse
want
me?
You were firing a cannon at the
Why?
other thing. I think it stops the rate at which they fire cannons at you.
Oh no! Oh no! See, I saw the triangle and immediately thought reaction command.
Yeah, that's and remember that there's
Dang.
auto limit, auto drive, auto summon that's also associated with the triangle prompt. That's why we turn all that crap off because you immediately think, oh, that's free damage that makes
Yeah.
me invincible. Better
Yeah,
turn that on.
Exactly, dadgummit. All right, well, it went better that time, but
There's a
I'm
reaction
gonna
command. You better
stay
hit that
away.
bell. What is it? What does that bell say? What does the bell say?
This bell?
Yeah. Apparently, this bell is used to announce the passing of the hours. But it's always nighttime, though. How long have we been at this?
Shh, don't worry about it.
The moon hasn't moved this whole time. It just hangs there, ominously, watching. Always watching. Never sleeping. We can't let this turn into a car situation.
No,
Should we start talking about anime?
no, because that's just gonna prolong it. We're gonna get distracted and talk about bad anime again.
No, that helped us. That led us to victory last time.
No, it did. It absolutely didn't. I believe if we weren't talking about it and concentrating, we probably could have gotten through quicker. If we would have thought, hey, maybe summons.
But would we have entertained anybody, though, is the real question.
Did we entertain anybody?
Sure, why
As
not?
of right now,
Absolutely.
only ourselves.
Absolutely. I can see into the future. I'm sure that entertained at least one other person. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Oh yeah, I actually, honestly, on that note, I should mention, so you know how I've been very persnickety about you not using the drive forms because I was like, I don't want you to rack up that
Yeah.
penalty. Joey, as of right now, I'm saying you can use that crap if you want to.
Okay.
You probably don't want to use it on this fight, obviously, since it's a guy left at this point. But at this point, we've gotten to a point basically where we are kind of bottlenecked on leveling up all these forms. Where it's like, you remember I was showing you how to like power level wisdom,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well basically, at this point, even though I've been like, hey, for fights with Pete, make sure we use Valor to, because we won't go into the penalty in those fights. Very soon, in the final mix version, there are going to be some things that are introduced that can be used to exploit those things very easily to level them all up really quickly.
Okay.
Now the form that the method that I showed you for wisdom last time around remains the best way to do it, even in the final mix version.
Okay.
But for the other forms, we are going to have very cheesy, very easy ways to level everything up very soon, and we won't like. Basically, the general point is that I'm not too concerned about keeping that counter low because I'm not going to need to demonstrate anything with them for a while. And soon I'm going to be doing... The point is that you're more than welcome to do it now if you so choose.
Right. Okay.
So Wisdom or Valor, both of them are at your disposal now. You won't be able to stay in them for long because your drive gauge is still really short. But it's also... The other reason I remind you of that is because it's a quick healing option.
Fair. No. Getting away from those cannons this time.
So if you
Not doing
have no potions and no magic left, up and X twice is essentially like a
one of
free
them has the
heal
medallion,
because you go to the drive menu and hit X really quickly and go into a drive form and that heals you right away. So like
Okay.
even if you only use it for instant healing, up XX is a rapid healing option you have at your disposal now. Though obviously it's also a combat option. I'm just Part of what made me think of that was because I was talking about potions and curing and.
Okay, if we lose again, for some reason. For some reason. Do I have the medallion?
Right there.
There we go.
Now you have it. But yeah, feel free to use that stuff now. I'm sure there are a lot of people probably upset that's like, Jacob, why aren't you just letting him do it? Why are you being so...
Yeah, you're the expert, so I'm not gonna question it.
And no, and there are other people who are experts who are confounded by the fact that I'm making you wait. But it's fine. So like at this point, you can use whatever strategies you want. There's obviously no penalties for using summons or anything like that anyway. So you can use Chicken Little whenever you want. You can use drives whenever you want.
Okay.
You go right ahead and do whatever you want. Because like eventually we're gonna get to a point in the game where like all of that stuff is important strategies anyway. Like especially at a high level. Using drive forms as a quick healing option, then reverting back out of them is like honestly something that I use a lot to save myself from bad situations. And you're only going to be able to do that if you're pretty comfortable with the control scheme and flipping to them quickly and how to use them all. So like, it's something you gotta start learning to do now anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, there's the medallion on those stairs there.
Ah. Okay. Yeet.
Almost done. Almost got him. Uh-oh.
Please, guys. Just stop throwing bombs and come after me. That would be great.
Whoa! You went down to fight them, but they weren't having it.
No.
Remember, you've got potions to heal as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to take my time and spam XLS at this point. And just try to play a little bit smarter.
Okay, that's fine. Aerial Spiral, which is just another like close distance in the air move that I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think we're actually, that's a final mix one. If I recall correctly, that's the final mix one, and we'll be replacing the existing one with that one.
Okay,
we'll
check it out.
I'll have to double check my notes. Uh-oh.
Now then, I'll be having back that medallion. Unless it's more important than their lives.
Barbosa! She goes free.
Go ahead, boy, shoot. We can't die.
Whoa, look at the black pearl
can't.
loading in back there. That looks great.
No, don't worry about
The
it.
other thing I was gonna say is here.
Oh?
Hold on.
But I can.
So if you don't remember this scene, this is the point where he reveals who he is.
Yeah.
And is like, maybe you guys can't die, but hey, I can blow myself away. And then you won't be able to get what you want. So he puts the gun to his own head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're gonna do that here, are they?
They do in the Japanese version, but not in the Western version, because you got to keep that E10 up rating, baby.
Yeah.
So he just puts the gun down in this version instead.
My name is Will Turner. My father was Bootstrap Bill Turner. His blood runs in my veins.
Aye?
On my word, do as I say, or I'll pull this trigger and be lost at Davy Jones' locker.
Name your terms, Mr. Turner.
Release Elizabeth, and Sora, and Donald, and Goofy too.
Anything else?
Leave now.
Agreed. Leave we shall. But the Heartless stay.
Boy, oh boy. This is a masterpiece. Oh, look, he hit him with the ore, too!
Oh my gosh.
Man! The parallels, the themes, it's like poetry, it rhymes.
Wait a minute, if I die in this part, I'm gonna have to...
If you die in the game, you die in real life, Joey.
Maybe I should use one of them drive forms.
You do whatever you like, man. You live your life the way you want to.
Oh, we're... okay.
Good work, Barbosa. Who knew it'd be this easy?
I could have sworn we would just start fighting.
Barbosa, you coward! That's the last time I trust a pirate. The powder kegs are ready, Captain. And I bid ye farewell. What are we gonna do? We'll be blown to smithereens! Oh, you'll survive, Goofy. You guys always survive stuff like that. Oh, I struggle, mate. A pirate knows when to surrender. Are you serious, Jack?
Can't he just spawn a keyblade and use it to cut the ropes?
What?
What?
Your average pirate, anyway. First, we've got to go see to the gunpowder. I'm not about to lose this ship. I still don't plan to trust pirates again. Wise policy, lad. Can't believe you trusted pirates to begin with, Sora.
So, should we put Jack in?
Fine, whatever you like. Jack's good. Jack fights. He hits things.
He
Oh,
throws
abilities.
bombs. Oh yeah, the spiral.
Yeah, let me double check the details for Spiral really fast.
Closes in on 4 targets in midair and unleashes spinning attacks. Check it out.
Hold on 1 second, because I have notes about that in here somewhere. Or am I incorrect? Oh, no. This is another thing. Yeah, go right ahead and equip that. That's fine.
All right.
Yep. Yeah.
What'd Donald get?
Yeah, for right now, we don't really need that.
Okay.
No, it's, well, the two things were, it's, what are the moves called? It's, aerial sweep is fine, but aerial drive, which is from, or aerial dive, which is from Final Mix, does more damage faster. So, like, aerial sweep is not bad, but, dive, in fact, we should actually take sweep off. I don't know if we saw that on. Yeah. Because,
how do I get rid of the new? How do I get rid
Oh,
of
just, it goes away once you leave the menus.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because sweep, there's nothing wrong. Unlike with dodge slash, which I showed you last time, where Sora does his like, where he does his little stepping around routine. Yeah. That's actually just straight up bad. But with aerial sweep, it's fine. But just dive is better and does more damage, and it's an either or situation.
Okay.
So, but I think we should probably actually cut an episode there because we've gone over time.
Alrighty.